Hey, are you stuck thinking like an employee when you are trying to become a trainer? That's the number one reason why most professionals fail to make the career switch. Hi, I am Ritu Bhalotia, your Train the Trainer mentor, and in this video, I am going to show you the exact mindset shift you need to go from being an employee to becoming an in demand trainer. The kind of trainer people remember, refer, and respect. Because here's the truth, if your mindset doesn't evolve, your success won't either. You can learn all the training tools, presentation skills, and facilitation techniques in the world. But if you still think like an employee, you'll always feel stuck. As an employee, you wait for instructions, you depend on approvals, you look forward to promotions, right? You actually try to play safe because your focus is on the job security. But as a trainer, none of that exists anymore because you are the brand. You are the decision maker. Not only this, you are the product. And there's a huge mental shift. And that's why most aspiring trainers they struggle in the between. They actually carry the old patterns, waiting for the permission, seeking for validations, fearing rejections. But here's the truth: if you're building your training career, you have to think exactly like a business owner, not like a worker. So just understand this very deeply. The first big shift is ownership versus obedience. Yes, you heard it right. It is ownership versus obedience. Employees are trained to follow orders. They do what they are told to do. They meet deadlines, they stay within their defined job roles, and that's how the system is designed. And that's how the system runs. But trainers, they create opportunities. Nobody is going to tell you what to do. Nobody assigns you a project or hands you a training batch. You have to design it, market it, and deliver it by yourself. All by yourself. And this is where the ownership begins. Every single day, you have to ask yourself, what can I do today? What can I initiate today? What can I create today? What can I share today? What can I offer that adds value to someone's life? Yes, it's no longer about waiting for someone to tell you what's next. It's about leading yourself. It's your job. You had a boss. As a trainer, you are the boss. If you don't lead yourself, nobody else is going to lead you. That's why ownership is your first and biggest superpower. Now, the second shift: growth versus job security. When you are in job, you're taught to chase safety. You want a stable paycheck, a predictable schedule, and a secure role. Here's nothing wrong with that. It gives you a kind of comfort. But when you become a trainer, safety becomes your biggest limitation because the training world is driven by growth and it is not driven by comfort. A great trainer doesn't chase job security. They actually chase impact. They choose projects that stretch them. They explore topics that challenge their creativity. They put themselves in front of new audiences because that's how they grow. If you're only looking for safe, repetitive, familiar training opportunities, you will never evolve. You'll always stay in your comfort zone while others rise above it. So ask yourself, am I chasing growth or am I chasing safety? Because both paths lead to a completely different destination. Growth will make you visible, safety will make you invisible. Growth is where the learning happens, where you experiment, where you sometimes fail, but come out stronger, more skilled, and more confident. And when you grow, your value grows too. Which brings me to the third shift, and that is value versus honors. Employees are paid for their time. You work 8 hours, you get paid for 8 hours. Your value is tied to the attendance and the effort you put in. But as a trainer, trainers are paid for information. They are paid for transformation. You don't get paid for hours you speak. You get paid for the results that you create, for the value that you create in people's life. Think about it. Someone can attend a 2-hour session that changed their confidence, their leadership, their sales ability, their communication, and that is priceless. That is the difference between a worker and a creator. As a trainer, you must stop thinking, how many hours will I get paid for? Or start thinking, what kind of transformation can I create? Because that's what people will pay you for, value and not time. So, here's your action for today. List down 3 transformations you can create for others. Maybe it's helping people speak confidently. Maybe it's helping them sell with clarity. Maybe it's helping leaders build influence or teams communicate better. These are not topics, these are transformations. So when you start dividing or defining your work in the terms of transformation, you immediately move from being a service provider to being a problem solver. Yes, a problem solver. And a problem solver don't wait for the opportunities, they create the opportunities. So let's recap this quickly. Is mindset shift, because this is your foundation. Shift number 1, ownership versus obedience. Stop waiting, start initiating. Shift number 2, growth over job security. Don't play safe. Play a big game. Play big. Shift number 3, value over hours. Don't sell time, sell transformation. Once you make this shift, you'll stop thinking like an employee and start building like a leader. You'll stop asking, who will hire me? And start asking, who can I help? You'll stop worrying about competition and start focusing on contributions. You'll stop waiting for approvals and start building authority. And that is the real difference between someone who's just teaching or someone who's training. You see, employees look for systems to belong to. Trainers build systems that others belong to. And that's exactly what I want for you. Because the world doesn't need more employees. It needs more leaders, more educators, more change makers who can inspire transformation. So here's what I want you to do today. Take 10 minutes, sit down quietly with a notebook and write down your new identity statement. Yes, your new identity statement. Start it like this. I am no longer waiting for instruction. I am the creator of opportunities. I own my work. I go through challenges and I charge for transformation. You read it every single morning until you start believing it, because every successful trainer you see today once stood at the same crossroad you are standing at, between the comfort of the zone, between the comfort of the job and the courage of a journey. The difference is they switch their mind first, think like a business, act like a leader, serve like a teacher, and you'll never have to chase opportunities again. They'll start finding you. If you're ready to switch gears and embrace your new trainer mindset, drop the word mindset in the comment below and make sure to subscribe, because every week I share clarity driven frameworks and trainer breakthroughs to help you grow your career, your confidence, your impact. Remember this, you don't need permission to begin, you just need belief to continue. This is Ritu Bhalotia, your Train the Trainer mentor, helping you turn your purpose into profession and your expertise into influence. See you in the next video.